poem Shed, and after that we will do the poem Chivi. Okay, so both these poems very easy. We have read Shed earlier, and you people were saying, ma'am, we were left with question answers. So what is Shed? Shed is a place, okay, away from the house, outside the house, or in the garden, where you can place your extra things. So this is called shed. Now, see the first question. Who is the speaker in the poem? Who is the speaker in the poem? Huh? Frank Flynn. Okay, the poet Frank Flynn is the speaker in the poem. Where is your book, Pita? Note down in rough then. At least main hints you can. Next, we have, is she or he afraid or curious or both? Is the poet afraid or curious or both? Yes, both, right. He is afraid also. The poet is afraid to enter the shed as he thought that there is a ghost. Okay, the poet is afraid as he thought that there is a ghost in the shed. But he is curious also as he said that he would go some other day. He is curious also as he would say that he would go some other day. Okay, so the poet is both afraid and curious. Next is, what is she or he planning to do soon? What he is planning to do soon? What is or she is planning to do soon? What they are planning to do soon? No, see the last line. What is written? I'll go into that shed one day soon. Okay, the poet is planning to go into the shed soon. Okay, the poet is planning to go inside the shed soon. Okay, so what the poet is planning? The poet is planning to go into the shed soon. Clear? Right? Next one. But not just yet suggests doubt, fear, hesitation, laziness, or something else. Choose the word which seems right to you. So what this shows? But not just yet. So it shows his fear also. It shows his fear that he will overcome his fear soon. In the end, we come to know. This shows his fear, and the poet is thinking that he will overcome his fear soon. What the poet is thinking? The poet is thinking that he will overcome his fear soon, and one day he will go inside the shed. And one day what will happen? He will go inside the shed. Right? Next. Is there a room in your house or a house in your neighborhood, locality, where you would rather not go alone or never at night? Is there in such a place and a story to go with it? Let others hear all about it. So what you will tell? Is there a house in your, is there a room in your house or near your neighborhood, a house in your neighborhood where you feel, no, I don't go there, I'm afraid of it? Anybody feel so? No, you have never witnessed. You have? Okay, speak. Terrace at night, yes. Terrace at night, yes. You feel afraid to go to a terrace at night. Why? Because no lights are there. Okay, no lights are there. And what you feel that a ghost must be there. He will come from anywhere. This is what you're thinking. Right? Am I right? You feel in this manner. Okay. So there are places where we feel afraid to go. Okay, so you can write about your own fear. I'm not going to say you can write only this one, right? So in notebook, you will do first part only. First part, write in notebooks. Hardly 10 minutes job. It will be done. Okay. Second part, no need. We have only to discuss it. Right. So in model auxiliaries, any problem? That was clear? Yes, class 7. Now we are going to do the poem Chivi. Okay, what is the meaning of Chivi? Anybody can tell me? New word, you may feel that it is funny one. You feel? Suppose you stand up, go there, put your box here, geometry box here, sit down, sit there, sit on the bench. Now stand up. Why you sat with your legs out? Put your legs inside. Sit down. Stand again. Where is your bag? Don't you know to bring your bag? So now come back here. So now see. I'm pointing him out again and again. Don't do this. Don't do that. What is this? This is to chivi someone. Okay. To chivi is to nag someone. Okay. To chivi is to nag someone. To irritate someone. To tell him again and again. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do that. Okay. So this is what? This is to chivi. So now you got to know. What is the meaning of the title of the poem? Right to chivi means to nag someone. Okay. Yes. You can say yes. So let us see. Here, very simple poem. In very simple words, the poet has written. Okay. So let us read now. Not much. You can say explanation, because we will come to know ourselves that what is written in the poem. Here, a grown-up is always nagged by mothers. For example, mother will say, Ayush, come here. Don't you know you have to bring your bag? Where is your this notebook? Go and bring that. Okay. Then ultimately, if you put your, if you sit on the shelf, kitchen shelf, mom will say, don't you know, don't you sit here? And in everything you do, mother will say, don't do this, don't do that, don't do in this manner, and don't do in that manner. So what is this? This is to chivi someone. And grown-ups, आप फिर कहते हैं क्या मामा आप चुप कर जाओ हमेशा ऐसे ही करते रहते हो. Am I right? कहते हो ना? It means you get irritated. So this is the same thing what the poet is feeling in the poem. He is always being nagged. He is always being, you can say, asked by the mother. Don't do this, don't do that, don't do in this manner. Okay, so let us see. Okay, so let us see in the poem what is written. Ask yourself as well as your partner, do you like to be always told what to do and not to do? Yes, first of all, tell me, do you like if somebody will say me, if your friend is always saying you, ऐसे मत कर, वैसे मत कर, इधर आ, मेरे साथ उधर चल, okay, ऐसे नहीं करना हमने, वैसे नहीं करना, what you will say? What you will say? नहीं, how you will tell your friend? No, you won't say no. What you will say? हाँ, or you will say चुप कर जाओ, है ना? You will speak in this manner. No, stop this. I'm irritated of you. Okay, so this happens when somebody points out you a lot, you get irritated. This is what the poet wants to tell us. And do grown-ups do this in your experience? Grown-ups do this thing? Yes, grown-ups, they do this kind of thing. There is no doubt. When Michael was 5 years old, his mother took him to a nearby school for admission. The teacher asked, what does your mother call you at home? Child said, Michael don't. Came the confident reply. See. So when Michael, he was taken to the nearby school, the principal used to ask, okay, Michael, what your mother asked you? What is your nickname? He said, Michael don't, because mother is always saying, Michael don't. Michael, don't do this. Michael, don't. Okay. So he said, Michael, don't. Funny one. To chivi is to nag. This I have already told you. So, to continuously urge someone to do something, often in an annoying way, according to the dictionary. So, what is according to the dictionary? To continuously annoy someone. For example, tease kar do usko. Why you sit here? Stand up from there. Go there. Bring your bag here. Why don't you bring your notebook? Like continuously pointing out so that the child gets irritated. This is to chivi. Okay, to chivi someone. So let us see. Read the poem. Yes. Chivi means to irritate someone. To chivi. Right? So, grown-ups say things like speak up, don't talk with your mouth full, don't stare, don't point, don't pick your nose. So these are the things that elders at your home, they often tell you, hey you, speak up, why are you not answering my question? They will say, don't talk with your mouth full. When you are eating something, when your mouth is full, then don't speak anything. Don't stare. Don't stare means to continuously look in one direction. When you are sometimes when the teacher is asking you question, you are not speaking anything, but you are continuously looking at the teacher, means staring. Right? Then don't point. Don't point in this manner if someone is passing. This is also wrong. The person may get irritated because of this. And don't pick your nose. Don't pick your nose means don't put fingers in your nose and don't put anything around your nose. This is also not wise to do. So these are the things elders they used to say. Am I right? Yes or no? Yes. So sit up, say please, less noise. And they would also say sit up. Okay, if you are lying onto the bed or onto the sofa, they would say sit up. Sit in your proper pose. Then they would say for everything you will say please. Okay, then don't make much noise. Less noise must be there. Shut the door behind you. What you will do? Shut the door behind you. Haven't you? Don't drag your feet, because some students, they are in the habit. While they walk, they make a lot of noise by dragging their feet. They will say, don't drag your feet. Actually, these are the signs of good habits which the elders, they are telling you. Okay, don't drag your feet. Haven't you got a blanket? Haven't you got a hanky? You haven't brought your hanky to clean your hands, to clean your nose. So take your hands out of your pockets and don't put your hands in your pockets. So Michael Rosen, he is giving all the examples. So next page, see. Pull your socks up, stand up straight, say thank you, don't interrupt. No one thanks you are funny. No one thinks you are funny. Take your elbows off the table. So put your socks up. If your socks are near your ankle, they will say pull up your socks up. Okay, they will say stand up straight. Sometimes students are sitting in this manner, putting their head on the table also. And sometimes you are also not sitting in proper posture. What they would say stand up straight, sit up straight, or stand up straight. Say thank you when anyone gives you anything. Okay, and don't interrupt. When someone is talking, don't interrupt in between. You should not do this. Okay, and no one thinks. So when you are making remarks, you're making jokes, and the elders will say, stop it here. Don't think that you are so funny. Okay, but you are irritating me. Right? So next one is take your elbows off the table. Sometimes when you are sitting in some formal meeting, you would put your elbows at the table. They will say no afterwards. Okay, they will say no afterwards. Okay, you will not put your elbows on the table. Okay, sit properly, please. Right? Okay, so this is what the elders, they used to tell us. Okay, and we have to take care of all these things. So these are what? Actually, these are the good habits. What are these? These are the good habits that we have to do. Okay, we have to follow. Okay, so can't you make your own mind up about anything? Can't you make up your own mind about anything? Can't you be able to do anything? Can't you be able to know what is right and what is wrong? Okay, should I always tell you do this, do that? Can't you make up your mind? So these are what? These are all the things that grown-ups they used to tell us every time. What is this? These are the various things that grown-ups they used to tell us every time. So this is Michael Rosen. He's tired up of all these things, that why his elders they are always telling him all these things to do, right? And this is what he is nagged. This is what he is, you can say, to he is to feel chivy, that he is being chivy always. Okay, let us do the question answers. Very easy point. It's very easy one, I know, and you like it. Okay. Okay, if I will ask you 10 out of 10 out of 9 points, 5 only. Why 5? हाँ, स्टोरी होती तो ज्यादा बढ़िया होती. Okay, right, this is your viewpoint. Let us do. First question is, discuss these questions in small groups before you answer them. When is a grown up likely to say this? Don't talk with your mouth full. When grown up says don't talk with your mouth full, what it means? Yes. Yes, very good. So grown up says like this, that we should not talk while eating. Grown up says this when it means that we should not talk while eating. We should not talk while eating. You have participated in my house show also, na? Earlier, you. That Guru Nanak Dev Ji's one. You participated, no? Right. So what when they say this, it means that you should not talk while eating. Okay, right. Next one. When are you likely to be told this? Say thank you. When you say thank you? When you receive a gift. Simple language. When you receive a gift. When you receive a gift, you will say thank you. Next, when do you think an adult would say this? No one thinks you are funny. Very good. When we speak boring, when we speak useless, or when we feel shy also. Okay, elders used to speak this when we feel shy or when we speak unnecessarily. When we speak unnecessarily, without any reason when we are speaking. They will always say this. Don't think that you are funny. Okay, when we speak unnecessarily. Okay? When we speak unnecessarily. Right? Clear it is? Should I move to the next one? Okay, right. Next is, the last two lines of the poem are not prohibitions or instructions. Prohibitions means to not to do something. What is the adult now asking the child to do? Do you think the poet is suggesting that this is unreasonable? Why? Last two lines is, can't you make up your own mind about anything? So what it means? Yes. Here the, yes. Make our mind means? Make our mind means to think independently, to make our own decisions. Make independently means is this, okay? So what it means, the last two lines means that, or the adult wants the child to think independently. What the adult wants, he wants the child to think independently because young child has never been praised for his own mind. Okay, because we never praise the young one for his own mind. Okay, so what it means to think independently. What it means to think. What it means, beta? It means to think, to make them think independently. Next, why do you think grown-ups say kind of things mentioned in the poem? Is it important that teach children good manners and how to behave in public? What do you think? It is important that they teach. Yes? Why? Yes, yes. Kanish, let him speak. Yes, Krishna? Stop. Okay, let me explain. You people are laughing. So let me tell, it is right that adults should teach us good manners because adults teach us the way to behave in a decent way, right? Because these are good manners. I told you in the starting that these are good habits only, which adults are telling us, okay? That these are the good habits which adults are telling him or adults are telling us to behave in a decent way. Jashan, you are not writing but anything. Note down side by side. You will be able to write at home then. Okay, don't waste your time in class. To behave in a decent way, they teach us good manners to behave in a decent way. Okay. So if our adults would not, if our adults do not teach us the good manners, then we won't turn out to be good personalities. We don't then we be good personalities or impressive personalities. Then we don't turn out to be good personalities. Your name is Sanket. Okay. And you don't turn out to be good personalities, right? This is the reason why our adults, they are teaching us all this, right? Clear? Next one. Is it clear, all these answers? Right. Next one is, if you had to make some rules for grown-ups to follow, what would you say? Make at least 5 such rules. Say sorry after, okay. Adults, they don't say sorry after a mistake, it means. And you feel so. Okay, let us write down. You speak the rules and I will, side by side, I will speak yes or no. So first of all, the rules, don't write in points, first of all. Write in paragraph. The rules which we think the adults should follow. What follow? What are the rules? Like, don't dictate the young ones or don't dictate. Don't dictate. Huh? Respect our elders. That too they are telling us. They are telling us. First of all, they don't dictate. Second is, you say to feel sorry for their mistake. Right? Sanket wants to say this. Then what else? What rule you will like to make for adults? Huh? That this we have rendered, to feel sorry for their mistake, to stay calm. Okay, don't get panicked. To stay calm, don't get panicked, and to understand. To understand the young ones, to understand the young students or young children, to understand young children, their thinking, which is different from theirs. Okay, right? To stay calm, to understand the young ones, not to dictate, and to feel sorry for their mistakes, right? So that's all. It's clear, my online students also? If yes, put your hand, thumbs up, please. What? Acha. Okay, right. That 10th class student. Acha, acha. Okay. I was thinking that your name is Ayush. Okay, fine. Yes, online students, is it clear? If yes, put your thumbs up. If you want to ask me anything, you can ask. Okay, fine. Bhavya is saying fine. Good. So you will write down these answers in your notebooks. Okay. Puranja, it's clear? Okay, fine. Right. Good. Akriti, then Srishti, I think to everyone it is clear, right? So that's all for today. And next we will start with the next topic in the next class. Okay. So that's all for today.